In a year of momentous happenings, 1998 was a year of accusations of presidential sexual dalliances and a new European economy. Early in the year, Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat was probably glad the attention was not on him at this photo opportunity with the slightly crimson American president, Bill Clinton.
Let me say, first of all, I want to reiterate what I said yesterday. The allegations are false, and I would never ask anybody to do anything other than tell the truth. Let's get to the big issues there about the nature of a relationship and whether I suggested anybody not tell the truth. That is false.
Needless to say, that wasn't the end of it, with the scandal continuing throughout the year and into the next, with an impeachment trial before the US Senate early in 1999. Later in 1998, President Clinton had other matters on his mind when the United States and Britain launched airstrikes against Iraq, saying Baghdad would never cooperate with UN arms inspectors, and President Saddam Hussein urged Iraqis to fight back. US President Bill Clinton said in a televised address the attacks were aimed at Iraqi military and security targets. US and British forces hit the Iraqi capital after Saddam put Iraq on a war footing and air raid sirens alerted residents. At least one blaze broke out and anti-aircraft fire lit up the night sky. US officials said more than 200 aircraft and 20 warships, including 15 B-52 bombers, were deployed in the Gulf region, carrying more than 400 cruise missiles and other bombs.
Earlier today, I ordered America's armed forces to strike military and security targets in Iraq. They are joined by British forces. Their mission is to attack Iraq's nuclear, chemical, and biological weapons programs and its military capacity to threaten its neighbors. Their purpose is to protect the national interest of the United States and indeed the interests of people throughout the Middle East and around the world. Saddam Hussein must not be allowed to threaten his neighbors or the world with nuclear arms, poison gas, or biological weapons.
The United Nations Secretary-General Kofi Annan saw the gravity of the situation.
My thoughts tonight are with the people of Iraq and with the 307 United Nations humanitarian workers who remain in the country, and with all others whose lives are in danger.
In another momentous happening of 1998, legal history was made when a defiant Augusto Pinochet refused to recognize the jurisdiction of a London court as the former Chilean dictator appeared in a wheelchair to fight what he called the lies of Spain. The former head of state, who ran Chile with an iron fist, was forced to appear in a London court. While visiting the United Kingdom for medical treatment, Pinochet was arrested on a Spanish provisional warrant for the murder in Chile of Spanish citizens while he was president. 5 days later, Pinochet was served with a second provisional arrest warrant from the Spanish judge Baltasar Garzón, charging him with systematic torture, murder, illegal detention, and forced disappearances. The case was a watershed event in judicial history, as it was the first time that a dictator was arrested on the principle of universal jurisdiction. In Northern Ireland, Belfast was giving peace a chance in 1998 at its annual arts festival, against a new backdrop of hope after the Good Friday Peace Accord. As bridges were being built between divided communities, organisers were taking the message of reconciliation to the youth of Northern Ireland with two sister festivals, Young at Art and The Fringe. From puppetry, painting and circus workshops to avant-garde comedy and a play set in a 200-year-old toilet, there was plenty to entertain children and those who like their art with an edge. Come year's end, at Frankfurt's Euroball, the European banking fraternity celebrated the end of 1998 and the start of the age of the euro, the currency that was expected to bring new power and international influence to the European Union. As yet another year of momentous happenings, 1998, was drawing to a close, residents of Frankfurt were treated to a light and fireworks show to mark the birth of the euro.